My name is Alyssa Brooker, and this is my persuasive speech. Smoking is the leading preventable cause of death in the United States. As a person who grew up as a child in a household with parents that smoked, I feel like it is my duty to speak up for the kids who are miserable because their parents smoke. Smoking indoors is unnecessary. It is very inconvenient for families, and it has harmful effects on the children and families who are around the people smoking indoors. The odor sticks to everything, and it's just unnecessary. I feel like it's my duty to tell the people of South Dakota all of these negative effects of smoking. That way that smoking can be banned indoors in the state of South Dakota. First of all, it is no secret that smoking has harmful effects to the body. It causes cancer, specifically lung, mouth, larynx, throat, esophagus, stomach, bladder, pancreas, and kidney and cervical cancer. That's a long list of cancers that it has a direct effect upon, and it also increases the risk of cancer for those people who smoke. And the people who are around the people who are smoking have the increased risk of all of those cancers, because smoking, it's a carcinogen, which means it puts things into the body that take away from, they basically kill cells. And that's not good. You need your healthy cells. It's often fatal to the smoker in the long run, whether it's cancer or emphysema. And the people who breathe in the secondhand smoke often get lung cancer or emphysema, the same things that the smokers do. And it's unfortunate. And people who have to sit in a restaurant where people are smoking right next to them, or even on the other side of the building, it's increasing their risk every single time, and it doesn't need to be like that. Secondhand smoke has horrible effects on kids. If you smoke or are around smoke when you're pregnant, you have a higher risk of having a baby with low birth weight, or having a baby that dies of SIDS, which is sudden infant death syndrome, which is basically where the child just dies and they don't know the reason. And the child is more likely to have ear and respiratory infections and more likely to have asthma. Basically what the smoke does is it causes the airway to be inflamed and aggravated, so then it gets constricted and causes the child to have asthma attacks. And that's not good at all. Next, the smell of the cigarette smoke never comes out of the things that it touches. If you walk into a place, like for example here in Brookings, there's a bowling alley where everyone smokes. And if you walk in there for 10 minutes and you walk out, you're going to smell like smoke. Your clothes and your hair are going to smell like smoke. And it's just gross. Your clothing, in particular, soaks up the smell very quickly. And when you wash your clothing, it's only a temporary fix. And the next time you go into a place where people are smoking, you're going to smell like it again, and then you have to wash your clothes. Even if you just put them on and just walked in for a couple minutes, you're going to have to wash your clothes to get that smell out. It's only a temporary fix. We need to get rid of the problem, the root of the problem, which is we need to ban smoking indoors. And also real estate. If you smoke in your house, your resale value definitely depletes and you're less likely to sell your house. Same thing with cars. You get into a car where somebody smokes in it and immediately you know. And lastly, smoking indoors is unnecessary. Currently there are 22 states that don't allow smoking indoors, particularly in restaurants. And as a person who came from California here to South Dakota, I think it's better. It's better to walk into somewhere and not have your food taste like cigarettes because someone's smoking right next to you. And honestly, it's easy to just walk outside and smoke. If you want to smoke, that's fine. I have nothing against you if you smoke, but it's easy to walk outside and smoke. And smoking indoors, it just puts our children at risk. And in California, indoor smoking is considered wrong. And having to smoke outdoors is considered to be a norm, and nobody complains about it. They just go outside and have their cigarette and come right back. In conclusion, smoking indoors should be banned. It should be banned here in South Dakota for the sake of our children and families and their future. It presents health risks to those who smoke and those around them. It stinks up the place that allows it and lowers the resale value of cars, houses, and if you want to sell your clothes for any reason, your clothes will be at a lower value, and it's just unnecessary. It's easy to walk outside and smoke. And as a strong advocate against indoor smoking, I strongly encourage everyone to help indoor smoking become banned in the state of South Dakota.